podcast that finishes your workday in a very Red Raider way. This is the Tech Talk Podcast from Double T 97.3, presented by Cantex Roofing and Construction.
I'm Mike Hebert, owner of Cantex Roofing and Construction. Every day is game day, and we'll get it right when it comes to your roofing, construction, windows, and mirrors. Call Cantex Roofing and Construction today. Together, we are one serving you.
Welcome back to Tech Talk, a Thursday edition here on Double T 97.3. We are live from Mercedes-Benz of Lubbock, and here they have a big focus on their brand presence and a local connection. That's right, here in West Texas, they're more than just a luxury dealership, Gus. They're your neighbors, they're your friends, and they're your hometown team. They bring world-class vehicles, world-class service, and genuine West Texas hospitality to folks here in Lubbock. Make sure to come check them out. We can certainly attest to the friendliness here.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's a fantastic environment here.
Yeah, the only complaints we've had here is Jimmy Cook.
Pretty cars everywhere, too.
Just kidding. Let's dive into today's top headlines. Ooh, Gus. You know, if Magic Johnson were here on this program, on a headset, he would say the Toronto Blue Jays now control the series after winning Game 5. How about this, though? 6-1 final. And it's the Dodgers who are on the ropes as that goes back to Los Angeles. Dare I say, we are either going to get our 7-game World Series or a 6-game upset.
Yeah, that last night
crazy.
Was some kind of impressive. When you think about you Savage, you know, 18 months ago that kid was sitting in English class at East Carolina or whatever class he was taking. But that's
probably theatrical lighting.
There you go. He was at the top of the draft for them. Probably didn't pitch much, if any, minor league baseball after that draft because he probably carried a fairly heavy load through college. And then this year, April. Started in low A ball, and I think it was low A, high A, double A, triple A, big leagues, and now World Series hero. And, you know, we talked about
it. Tongue twister.
Yeah, that was cool. Yeah, we talked about it yesterday, the idea that it was a must-win for the Dodgers because you have to go back to Toronto, need to win 2 games on the road and all that, and I understand that side of it. But my side of it this time yesterday was, I don't know, man. Blue Jays need to win because they're going to be dealing with Yamamoto tomorrow night, who's been fantastic lately. And so there's still plenty of drama left in this series. Now, Blue Jays may go take care of business, and that's that. But Yamamoto's been crazy good.
Because the flip side of that, for the Dodgers, they have to be going like, thank goodness we have Yamamoto up tonight because he's been so good for us.
Well, think about how good he's been, like 2 complete games here of late. If he were to do that tomorrow night and get them to Game 7 where it's all hands on deck, if he eats a bunch of innings tomorrow, all of a sudden the Dodgers have fresh bullpen and every starter, everybody's available other than Yamamoto himself. I mean, you just never know. But, if they have to gut their pen or whatever to get through tomorrow, then it might make Friday or Saturday a little dicey, but you worry about Saturday later. But
yeah, first step is to get to Saturday.
Yes, there's plenty of intrigue left in this, but what a performance by that young guy last night. I mean, golly, he was just called up a month or so ago, whatever it is, 2 months ago. Incredible.
Yeah. Tonight after we're done, 6 o'clock live from Rudy's, it is Red Raider football. With Joey McGuire, and I believe you have Skylar Gill Howard on tonight. Of course, he gives them a very aggressive pregame speech last week, very emotional. One of the more instant likable players I've ever seen on a team of any sport. And you don't want injuries to any of your guys or especially any of your key players, but I mean, you could feel the pain from the fan base when he was getting taken off on the cart. And, then you kind of go back and forth with the next week's news, like, well, it's not as bad as we thought. And then you get if he does come back, it's going to be in postseason play, and hopefully it's a really, really important postseason, maybe for a conference championship and then on, who knows. Make sure to check out tonight's episode after we're done.
Always.
Yeah.
It's great prep. I don't mean prep like you and me prep and, try to learn facts and be aware of all the previews and such around the game, but it's just like, it's, here we are 48 hours, and you got the head coach one last crack at hearing him talk about things.
Yeah.
What's his state of mind? And our head coach's state of mind is usually pretty good, obviously.
Yeah. Tonight, a big one for West Texas high school football. Liberty and Estacado going head-to-head over at Lowry. You can hear this starting at 6:30, Young Country 93-1. And the setup for this, Estacado already 3-0 in district play. This is their final regular season game. The Patriots 2-0. They're coming off of a bye week. So essentially this is for that district crown. Now, if you are Liberty and you win tonight, you still have to go beat Littlefield, I believe is who's left on the schedule. And if Estacado, if you win it tonight, well, it's yours. You're the outright district champ. So a big one tonight. And I have no idea what's going to happen. They've both been outstanding this year. I could see this being a shootout, and this scored high 40 to high 40s. Who knows? Someone could surprise the other one. It's just so hard to tell until you see these two on the field. But I think they've both been very, very good, and they're both very talented teams.
I think at lunch today, David Thetford asked Coach Ward about. I mean, obviously they were previewing that game, and at the Lubbock ISD lunch, and I believe the Harris poll has French Estacado was a 25 point underdog. How about that? That's a big number. Yeah. That might be something that's been chatted about.
Yeah.
Coach Ward acting like, I've never been a big numbers guy or whatever, but that might also be something you hang in the locker room and go, hey, by the way, these guys are supposed to kick your butt. So.
Again, that's 6:30, Young Country 93-1.
That'll be fun.
Yeah, no doubt. 100.7 the score, 6:30 tonight. Thursday night football, the Baltimore Ravens at Miami. And those Ravens are expected to get Lamar Jackson back tonight, and my fantasy football team is certainly hoping that is the case because he is in the lineup.
There we go.
And now here comes the question, because if you're the Ravens, you're 2-5. I'm not even going to ask this for the Dolphins because they're a mess. If you're 2-5, you have to come back if you're Lamar Jackson, knowing that your defense has struggled this year. You're going to have to essentially step in, be Superman, be electric with the offense, and record-wise be as close to perfect as possible if you're going to find your way in the playoffs, because you're in about as big of a hole as you can be through 7 games with also having a roster that can absolutely make the playoffs. But tonight's the first test because it's a Dolphins team you should take care of. But it's the NFL, and you never know.
No doubt about that.
You never know.
The Dolphins finally put together a good game last week.
Yeah, Yep. Tonight, the Stars are at the Lightning. That's a 6 o'clock start for them. Stars 6-3-1 to start the season. I'll just do this one just for Brennan. The Oilers are also hosting the Rangers at 8 o'clock. There you go.
Would
Brennan
you
won't get out of
shut
my
up
ear.
already, Clint?
Texas Tech volleyball. A 3-0 sweep of Arizona. Back-to-back Big 12 wins, and really 3 straight good outings as they, 3 games ago pushed the top 25 Colorado team to 5. So that's a young Red Raider squad that's looking good at the end of the season. Up next, they will head to the state of Arizona to face the 6th-ranked Arizona State Sun Devils. So a big test on the other side. And then tonight, over at John Walker, the regular season finale. Lot of things up for grabs in Big 12 play still in this kind of final set of matches. The Red Raiders taking on UCF.
Yeah, Red Raiders need to take care of business and maybe a little scoreboard watching as we go.
Mm-hmm. I love this pick. Are you writing these down? Keeping them in the back of your mind for your future karaoke performances?
Yeah, sure.
Little ELO?
Yeah. Right here, man. Yeah. Oh, that's a good one.
Did you know they made up the word Groose for this song? It's not a real word.
Okay. Hey, what did you just tell me? Octave? Man, I mean, you're hitting me with pre-adolescent Bieber and now what do we got, ELO right here?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, you got ELO. I mean, everybody's singing up here. What's the deal? What are you trying to do? Kill me, people?
In there somewhere.
Octave?
Take it away. Sing us out, Gus.
I'm good. Let's let the professionals handle it.
All right.
The podcast that finishes your workday in a very Red Raider way. This is the Tech Talk Podcast from Double T 97.3, presented by Cantex Roofing and Construction.
Oh, man, Gus. Gus, please push The Darkness to the top of your list for karaoke. That is an excellent pick. That's just a great song.
I need to have heard the song before, I guess.
Have you not heard that song before?
I need to study it a little bit better.
Okay.
It's not top of mind, I guess.
Okay. All right. I mean, it's not like, how dare you not know that song? How could you? Who are you? Where have you been? What rock have you been living under? But yeah, I'm surprised because you've heard. Oh, I mean, you've got a vast musical taste.
We got some pop rock. Is that probably right?
Like The Darkness. What they were doing is they were doing like an homage to 80s hair bands.
Oh, okay.
But they were early 2000s, I think.
Okay.
And to be fair, I only know 2 songs, and that was like the big one. But yeah, might pop a huevo on that one trying to sing it at karaoke. Hit us up on the H Flooring Center chat line. It is Tech Talk live from Mercedes-Benz of Lubbock. Come by, come say hi, come dip your hand into the box of candy here. What are you going for with the options? Because the Crunch Bar, I think, is an underrated candy bar. It's not like number one, but when you get it in mini version, I think it's peak.
Yeah, there's plenty of winning options in here.
Are you more a sour candy guy or chocolate?
Yeah, I'm a more sweet tart. Spree's probably the number one. Spree's where you can get them. Yeah.
Okay.
There's no bad ones. I probably would eat the Nerds last. I'd probably go. I've got a Butterfinger. We can sort this out if you need me to.
All right, we're going to start eating these, actually. Brendan, send us to break. It is Tech Talk here at WT 97.3. Your song request,
right there,
song request Thursday theme, songs you want Gus to sing at karaoke. If you want to give us some coaching predictions, you can do that as well. If you want to give score predictions for the weekend, for whatever you got, give us those on the H Flooring Center chat line. We have a Saban to LSU. That would be hilarious. That LSU, man, I would be livid if I was an LSU fan. That is already a clown show, and they're like not even a weekend.
I think I would take that bet if you were giving me the field against Nick Saban, just because I think he's okay.
Oh, yeah. We read his quote at the Overton last Friday. Did you lay these out with the ranking?
Yeah.
Look at you. Sweet Tarts number 1, Crunch 2, Baby Ruth 3, Butterfinger 4, Nerds 5.
Yep. That's probably a distant 5th, too. It'd probably take a lot for me to go
off the table.
Go right there, yeah.
Something tells me you were a hands-on learner.
Well, I don't know. That's good. That's a good.
You read a lot, too. You're just a learner. I wish I was any sort of learner. Shelly said 3 Rumpel shots and you'll have the vocal range, Gus. I believe in you.
Atta girl.
By the way, the initial report for the health status of everybody going into the week, as you mentioned, the probable list, which was very encouraging. Of course, we knew Baron Morton was a go this week, but Terrence Carter being a probable. I think that's something else is – I think your tight ends, and John Carlos Miller has done a good job with this too, but I think your tight ends are kind of an underrated piece of what makes your running game go. And I think that showed against Oklahoma State too, because it wasn't just that your offensive line was just basically not doing much with run blocking. It was just weird that it was kind of like a stalemate day. Again, Oklahoma State's defensive line, I've seen it like built up where they just like ate your lunch all day, and that wasn't the case. You just thought you were going to dominate them, and you clearly didn't do that in the run game. But I think your tight ends mean a lot to this running attack, and I think that Mac Leftwich is really good about drawing up when they're lead blockers and things like that, and I think that's something you missed from Terrence Carter that I'm looking forward to being back in the lineup, but also having hopefully him be a not hindered whatsoever Terrence Carter in the pass game with Morton coming back. I think I think he will help your run game coming back, but also I think he will help out your receivers because it's just another dangerous mouth to feed. And that's something for Kansas State. the secondary hasn't just been outstanding for them in pass coverage this year. It's been pretty average, and you have shown the ability to really pick on average secondaries with specifically Baron Morton.
Yeah, that's a good way to say it. This K-State doesn't have a specific identity in terms of, they're going to play man, and you're going to have to deal with it. Kind of the Utah vibe. It didn't have that. Not to say they won't do it. We've also seen a few teams that have just, played soft coverage, keep everything in front, which I think Barron has done a good job of managing that and not trying to force stuff, not turning stuff over that way. It's I don't know. I think there are yards to be had and points to be had. I'll be shocked if it's I don't know. If we get to 30 points, I'd feel marvelous about it.
Yeah, I would too.
I don't want it to be 13-10 going into the fourth quarter like the game at Utah. I mean, and I don't know. Maybe hopefully we're better than that.
Well, again, part of this is there any rust to Morton, or the other thing too, is there any? Your defense hasn't lost any confidence. That's for sure. But, is there – do you have to kind of re-up yourself offensively with the mindset? Is there – and I hope not, because they shouldn't have to go through that. But, is there anything like that when you throw it in on the road because they haven't had the success – like you thought they would against Oklahoma State? They're having back-to-back weeks where the offense had plenty of frustrations. Or is Baron Morton, if that is the case, just an instant momentum builder for that unit? I don't know if there's going to be some sort of weird factor in there where you do get to the fourth quarter and it's a one-possession game or something like that.
Yeah,
it's not out of the question by any means.
Sure. You remember how ASU was flat the week before, and they ultimately got pushed around because they had injuries and whatnot. And you know what? Maybe the fact that we didn't run the ball very well in a what was an otherwise relatively easy outcome, 42-0.
Yeah.
There could be a little edge to that group this week that just a little bit better set point. I think anything that takes heat off of Barron is critical, whether we're talking about a guy that's got a little rust after not having played for a couple weeks, or whether it's just about harm's way, right? Keeping him out of harm's way.
I would love to see your O-line play with a little more edge this week, and I think that's part of it. And we've seen them play.
Happen.
Yeah, we've seen them do that this year, where they've had a clear, a mauler sort of attitude.
Especially after last week and what that represented, and really even the last 2 weeks following that Kansas game, there could be some edge and some nasty to that group. Will Jados is on that injury report, so that's one thing to look for.
This on the chat line, duet by Dr. Mike and Clint, Summer 11 from Greece.
Uh-huh.
There you go.
Oh, I like that.
It's Tech Talk on WT 97.3.
The podcast put together with Red Raider fans in mind. This is the Tech Talk Podcast from Double T 97.3, presented by Cantex Roofing and Construction.
I can't remember if this is from an American Tell or Fievel Goes West. Is it the first one? The first one, right?
Yeah, I think so.
I knew Fievel Goes West better. What a pull for Gus's karaoke song. That was hilarious. I've never heard because they always do here's the character singing it, and they have the goofy cartoon voice, and then they have the professionals do it in the credits. I've never heard that version of it.
You've never heard that one?
That version.
Really?
Because I watched the movie, so I remember Fievel the mouse going.
I don't know that I've seen the movie, but I've heard that song a million times, but I don't know if I've ever seen the movie.
Well, now you're singing a karaoke, pal.
Well, yeah, now you're asking me to cover James Ingram, one of the great ballad singers of all time. Appreciate that. So we've got pre-adolescent Bieber and one of the great ballad singers. That was James Ingram and Linda Ronstadt, maybe, Clint? Oh. My first concert?
Yeah, it's Linda Ronstadt.
How about that? There you go. Look at that.
Did she sing that at the concert?
I saw her about probably 12 years before that. I don't think she had conceived of this,
Dude,
or had it been presented to her.
If you're in like especially if it's the type of karaoke bar where there's like 10 people that are in the room, including like a couple bartenders, like the small setup.
Okay.
Really, I guess any setup, and you bust out some Fievel, that would make my life. That would be the funny. Just to watch the reactions.
Singing to like the bartender or what?
Well, it's just like
I got a song for you, buddy.
It's like the smaller. I'm always.
Thanks for
I'm
those
always a fan
Budweisers.
of the. You have like big karaoke crowds where there's like 50 people in the room, and then you have the smaller ones. I'm team small karaoke.
Instead of tipping you cash, I'm going to sing you a song.
Somewhere out there. It's like, all right, is my tab clear now? It's like, no.
In fact, now there's an extra charge to your tab, sir.
What is this Fievel charge on here, and why is it $25 extra? You know what you did. What
Fievel Mouskowitz? Wasn't that his name?
Oh, was that his last name?
I think so.
Are you sure you haven't seen the movie?
I know. What the hell? What the heck?
Oh my! Hey, you can give us the song.
The internet.
There is.
I'm on it right now.
The song you want Gus to sing at karaoke on the 8th Flooring Center chat line. This is one of the leaders for one of my favorite Song Request Thursday themes right now. Great work so far. Keep it up. We got this on the. Oh, you got it? Yeah, Mouskowitz.
Fievel Mouskowitz. How do I know this?
I don't know. Maybe. Well, you've got kids around my age that were growing up with that, so surely this played in your house at some point, and you just.
I'm in college when this thing came out.
Okay, so. Never mind. I was way off on the.
Well, that doesn't mean my kids wouldn't have watched it 15 years later, but yeah, that's good. Good question.
You had some like secondhand Fievel there or something.
Yeah,
it just seeped into your brain.
Horse name.
Yep. This on the Yates Flooring Center chat line. They will both score a ton tonight. Liberty will make a few stops, though, while Estacado won't make any. 65-34 Liberty. There's a prediction for tonight. That's on Young Country 93.1, 630. We got this. Why haven't we thrown it to John Carlos Miller more? You know,
That's a good question.
I did think he was going to be a little bit bigger part of the passing game, but I think Terrence Carter has just eaten up so much of the tight end reps, and he's a first team conference type of talent. So I think that's certainly part of it. And then when he goes out, the passing game was just a mess in general. So it's like who did have?
Yeah, when he went out, you also had the starting quarterback go out. But that's. I mean, it's a fair question to ask, but like you said, I think the key part of that is Carter's gotten most of those tight end receptions. Mm-hmm. And it's nice to know that that's the level of depth that we have. Let's say Carter's snap count is diminished this weekend, just as he's coming off the injury. It'd be interesting to see if Barron throws to John Carlos Miller. Mm-hmm. I'd be fine. I know we were trying to throw to him. Boy, I'd have to think this through. We were trying to throw to him in the red zone on one of the plays that did not go well. Oh man, I'd have to think about that. I can't remember if it was the play that on which Barron got hurt or if we committed a penalty. I don't remember what that was, but there was a play in which the original, or it might have been the play that Hammond switched from that play. Remember when he audibled into the play, the short side and the near side option? I think they talked about that.
Yeah, he said he was going to have him, I think specifically on a one-on-one slant. If I remember right, that's what, because at that point, obviously Carter's out and would be out for the rest of the game. And you looked at you looked at Miller, what the play after Terrence Carter went out, and it didn't go well either.
That's right. Completed the pass and he fumbled,
that wasn't John Carlos Miller's fault.
A good hit.
That was, it was a good hit, and it was thrown behind him, too.
That's true.
So I think the biggest thing is that I think John Carlos Miller is a very needed player on the roster, and he's been a really good blocker, and he's certainly a capable pass catcher and has shown early in the season that he can make some highlight grabs, but Terrence Carter's he's on another level.
There's a big play in John Carlos Miller's future.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. This on the Yates Flooring Center chat line. We hear everyone say teams get up for us. When is our team going to get up for our opponent? I'd like it to be every week, but not exactly what we've seen, I guess. Our team should be up for every game, but apparently it doesn't work that way. So if not the next 2 weeks, then when?
You're asking that question about a 7-1 team?
Yeah.
When are they going to get up every week? Okay. All right.
I mean, even for Arizona State, like, your defense certainly showed up, and that's been the worst outing. I don't think you've, outside of offensively against Arizona State, there's not really a game that I would say you've been flat. I mean, I think you've been up for the season, but I do think that you're going to be more targeted on people's schedules than a lot of other people's.
Yeah. I have a hard time with the idea that we haven't.
Yeah. I mean, you're blowing teams out.
Right. Because you're up for the game doesn't mean everything's going to be perfect.
Yeah. Now, are there things to clean up? 100%.
Yeah, that's 100%. Not being up for the game.
Yeah.
It wasn't perfect, therefore we weren't up for the game. I still don't buy that.
The podcast put together with Red Raider fans in mind. This is the Tech Talk Podcast from Double T 97.3, presented by Cantex Roofing and Construction.
That's right, sitting in a diaper live from Mercedes-Benz of Lubbock. It is Tech Talk here in Double T 97.3. It is time to pick some games. Clint Scott, Dr. Mike Gustafson, Brennan Riker back at home base, and we also have Chob's representative today, Mr. Rob Bro. What's up, Rob?
Hello, boys.
Are you ready to pick some games?
I've never been more ready.
That's good. That's good to hear. Let's do a quick recap.
I'm back.
Dang.
So last week we picked Texas Tech with the spread. We picked Houston and Arizona State with the spread. And then our usual freebie Power 4 versus Power 4 and our freebie underdog. Gus, do you remember how you did last week?
No, I do not.
So I was going through, and I always do it person by person when I'm recapping the points. And I knew that I'd had a perfect week. And I was like, yes, because I was a point behind you.
Okay.
I was like, I'm going to catch Gus in the standings. Didn't realize not only did you also have a perfect week, but you got the extra point because you had the closest score prediction. Yes. And so you still won the week. You got 8 points.
Yes.
You went for 2, and you got it. I had a normal touchdown, extra point, 7. Choice just missed 1. He missed his underdog pick. He took LSU over Texas A&M. And then Brennan had the worst week. Still 4 points, but he was the only one that picked Arizona State to cover.
Would have been
and that left
5
him with
if
4.
Mississippi State didn't lose to Texas.
You also, yes, you were right there on the underdog pick. That brings our current standings. Gus still in the lead with 46. I'm still in second with 44. Chob in third with 38. And Brennan in last place with 35 points on the season. Tiny trophy up for grabs. Brennan, I'm going to have you go first this week. Let's start with the underdog pick. Brennan, who's your underdog pick this week?
I'll take Nebraska over USC.
All right. Fresh extension for the coach. They're all fired up, ready to go. Rob, who's your underdog pick?
I'm going to take Hawaii over San Jose State.
All right. I'm going to take Vanderbilt over Texas.
Ooh, like that. I'm going to take Army over Air Force.
Ooh, I like this. So we have 4 different.
That's good.
4 different ones. All right, let's jump to the Power 4 versus Power 4 for a single point. Brennan, who's your pick?
Houston over West Virginia.
I thought about doing that. I really think Houston's going to put it to West Virginia. 1, because West Virginia is not very good. 2, because I think Houston's trying to prove that they belong in the contender conversation. Rob, who's your Power 4 pick?
I am going to take Notre Dame, the Golden Domers, over Boston College.
I also thought about taking that game, and I did. You guys have thrown out the 2 I was deciding between. Yeah, I have Notre Dame over Boston College as well.
I'm kind of 6-1.5 does the other on this. So I'll take I'll avoid you two and go with Kansas over the OSU Cowboys. How about that?
Careful. That one team's struggling right now. Both teams.
Which one?
Yeah, exactly. Cincinnati.
Oh, what the hell was that?
That was my very. That was like my old man laugh, or like back in the day, while they're, I don't know.
No, I don't know. We don't know.
Anyway, it's not getting any clearer. Cincinnati's at Utah. The Utes a 10.5-point favorite right now, so we are picking this one with the spread. Evan Pryor is out. Devin Dampier back in the lineup. Pieces moving. Brennan, who you got?
I'll take Utah.
Rob?
And this is a cover situation.
This is a spread.
Versus spread.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll take Cincinnati to cover.
I, too, will take Cincinnati to cover.
I will also take Cincinnati to cover. So Brennan is on Ute Island. Last but not least, Texas Tech locking it in at 7.5 points. Picking this one with the spread as well, but we might as well give a score as we go. Brennan, what happens in this matchup in Manhattan?
Texas Tech wins 30-13.
Rob?
Kansas State covers 30-24.
Ooh, now your score hasn't changed, has it, from the start of the week?
No.
Okay. I didn't think so. I was about to say
it did change from Red Red to Recon, yeah. But this is a different thing. I'm just trying
and
to
we don't have to give scores anymore, right? We've got a different.
That's true.
Can the scores?
We don't, but you might as well give a score just for
That's
fun.
fine. I've got Tech 30-20. Tech covers.
I've got Tech 31-16.
So Brennan, the three of us are covering, and
is this the first time all season one of us hasn't taken Tech to cover?
Ooh.
Gus, did you say 30-20?
Yes, sir.
And then Clint 31-16?
Yes.
Okay.
I think so. I think that's because it's the
maybe
first time we haven't had a bonus point up for grabs.
Yeah, because early in the year we
Good
were
catch.
not doing them versus the spread. Mm-hmm. You've kind of changed the rules as we've come along.
We picked with the spread.
Did we?
Yeah, because those lines were massive.
Okay.
Yeah. All right.
I was thinking maybe there was some dissonance on the Utah game, but I could be wrong about that.
Yeah. Rob, you had you picked the closest score there. What? Oh no, real quick. Yeah. You're right. It hasn't been with the spread every single time because if it's close, we did straight up, but you still have.
Yeah.
If we all picked Tech to win, whatever.
Right. Yeah.
Rob, you picked the closest score there. What's your confidence level with the game in Manhattan right now?
I'm very confident. If I wasn't just trying to gain 3 points on you guys, I would have picked Texas Tech.
I like that.
Yeah, that was sense. That's the gameplay. That's gameplay there.
Yeah.
Let me ask you something. Do you feel better about this game than you did Texas Tech at Arizona State? Do you recall?
No, I was worried. I was worried about that game.
So you were more worried about Arizona State than this one. Okay.
Yes, only because it was their Super Bowl and Dan Levitt was coming back.
Right.
And Jordan Tyson, I think, is scarier than anyone they have on their roster.
Okay. No, that's fair. I'm trying to frame that a little bit. I like that. I like it that you're more confident about this game. I think I, too, am a little more confident.
Yeah, I'm more confident in this game than I was at Arizona State.
Wildly more confident, but just more confident.
Yeah,
moderately maybe.
Yeah, there you go. I like that.
This is a good one for Gus's karaoke song. Absolutely. You should have
solid.
this. Rob, thanks for joining us.
See you guys.
This is Tech Talk on Double T 97.3. We'll tell you what's going on when we come back.
It's every Red Raiders' favorite podcast. This is the Tech Talk Podcast from Double T 97.3. Presented by Cantex Roofing and Construction.
It is Tech Talk live from Mercedes-Benz of Lubbock. It's a Song Request Thursday. Your theme, the song that you want to see Gus sing at karaoke. And he is taking all of these very seriously. And he's picking his top 3, and we'll sing all of them in the final segment of the show instead of Ask Tech Talk. Right? You said that? That was something you said? It's on the record?
Say it again. Probably not.
No, just agree. Just nod your head.
Like I said, probably not.
Yeah. You can hit it.
Still trying to solve the acid-washed overalls conundrum.
Oh, okay. You were working on something diligently over there. That makes sense. You can also hit us up on the Ace Flooring Center chat line with that, your score predictions for the weekend, anything that's on your mind, and we will actually have Ask Tech Talk, so you can give us your questions for that. We will have the Juice Round 2 here in 15 minutes. And a reminder here for Mercedes-Benz of Lubbock, they service all makes and models, not just Mercedes-Benz. They do that with competitive West Texas pricing. And if you are looking for an incredible value, ask about their certified pre-owned program, Luxury with Confidence and Peace of Mind. Right now you can take advantage of special lease and finance offers on select 2025 Mercedes-Benz models as well. And you get, if you're a student or if you are in the military, you get discounts, which is always nice to have, so make sure to take advantage of that. 1702 Texas Avenue. We got this thought from T-Bone. I don't know how he could be on a hot seat, just getting recruiting starting, and then in a couple more years, if he doesn't win, then the hot seat. Yeah, you're not in the, like, I think some people are looking at this maybe through the Brian Kelly lens, because Brian Kelly, he's had success at LSU, right? They've won games, but it hasn't been up to like the national championship level of winning games, and that wasn't good enough. And at a certain point, with any coach, you will hit a ceiling, and they'll get fired, right? And they'll get let go. You're closer, but you're still, to me, in the like building process. And you're headed in the right direction, and you're competing, hopefully for a playoff spot this year, and hopefully for a Big 12 title. But you're still rolling with momentum after that, right? Like, think of the recruiting that's coming in. And you already have kind of your stamp down where other people that are going to be entering the transfer portal, you're going to be one of the first schools they look at, because they know that, one, you have a history of getting players here and then getting them to the league because you're about to have a bunch of guys drafted and them finding success. And you're also going to have, the known experience from a coaching staff of, one, how to get those pieces here. And so you're building things still. Now you are on hopefully getting close to the peak, right? And you certainly have a team that can reach those heights and have all the success in the world, and even not just get to a playoff, but make a dent in the playoff. And I'm not saying it won't be disappointing if you don't do that, but it doesn't put them on the hot seat.
Yeah, you're talking about that just as your eye of the future as well, like portal and just constructing rosters and all of that stuff that you're describing. Facilities are in place as well at a time when facility could, that all had to slow down. How about some of these places? Now, some of these places that have bid off big buyouts and all that, and it's always a question of money, how much you want to, you're paying to get out of a mess, right? It's going to cost money. But some of these places with that going on aren't really in a position to go, you know what, we need a new wing on the, basketball gym or new end zone facility or football. Like, think about it. You got a $70 million buyout, $50 million buyout. Now, some of these places have a lot of money. I get that.
Sure.
But, yeah, that's and we're going to start paying players, and that's some of these places have a lot going on. And my guess is who it really affects down the line is, sorry, women's tennis. You're going to have to ride the bus instead of the charter airplane or whoever. I shouldn't pick on women's tennis, but you get what I'm saying. It probably squeezes everything way down the line.
Well, I mean, you start looking at who's making you the absolute least amount of money, athletic program wise. And it's not going to be the same sport at every single school. No. You kind of have a good guess on some of it. Speaking of recruiting, how about the 2027 Rivals #1 quarterback Kavian Bryant announcing his commitment on Saturday. Have you seen his list of 4?
Yes, the old Red Raiders are still on it. He's already had his visit here.
And you're on the list with – is there still some shock factor when you're looking at a list and you're like, there's Florida State and there's Texas, and on this one there's Colorado. You were the pick for him in the first prediction, and I haven't seen if anything has changed from that from some of the – the guys that do this for a living and are usually pretty right with their crystal balls and stuff. But you were the favorite to land him. And again, it's 2027 class, but don't let the faraway year not let you be excited if you want to be excited about. I will be very excited if he says Texas Tech. I will be very, 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 very excited. Just like I have been for some of the trench guys you've gotten in your pass rusher and a defensive lineman and some offensive tackles. It's been incredibly fun. Mr. B has this. Got a song for you, Gus. If It Isn't Love by New Edition. Plus, you got to do the dance.
I know. I saw that. I need to look at that.
Mm. Yeah, Shelly wants to know if the acid wash overalls are going to be your Friday fit. And said, do it for the people.
I know, and I see what I see what you've got here. But yeah, there's too much going on there.
President Aggie said I could definitely see Dr. Gus in overalls to the floor, singing some Shania Twain, Feel Like a Woman.
Yeah, I love your spirit, Shelly. Don't spend your money on that, please, because I don't know that I'm wearing those.
Please do.
Things.
He will wear it every day, every show.
Oh,
he'll one strap it.
Yeah, but those things are atrocious, as she says in her text. What about these modern atrocities? The ones I had were just straight up acid wash.
Yeah.
You know what? Since I'm doing the rare thing of being on the text line today, I will post a picture. How's that?
Go for it.
This has been the Tech Talk Podcast, presented by Cantex Roofing and Construction. Check out our library of Double T 97.3 podcasts at doublet97.3.com.